Hello, and thank you again for joining us. In today's video, we're going to answer the question, why flat rate? Why do you want flat rate in your company? We're going to be working inside of the finished book. As we've told you in other videos, what we've done is we've started with the 3-page flat rate tool, and we've actually made it a printed copy that's converted to a PDF simply by using the Control-P feature and selecting Print to PDF. And then we print to either a desktop or another folder, and we end up with a finished PDF version of our flat rate book that we can disseminate to our technicians for use in the field in both an electronic copy or a printed 3-ring binder type copy. I still carry both. Although I usually use the electronic copy on a phone or a tablet, there are times when the electronic devices fail us and the batteries are dead and service is minimal, and I will refer to my 3-ring printed copy. We typically print those once a year and laminate them. With that said, we'll dive into why flat rate. It started years ago for us. We were at a crossroads. Our business was very profitable doing heating and air conditioning, add-on and replacement systems. That was where the majority of our money came from. I was really good at service, but not really good at being a service manager, and our service department struggled. We sold all of our work based on time and materials. For all of the time that a tech took to make the repair and a fair markup for all the materials that were used, we would bill the customer. And we found that we had a lot of issues. We were always competing with our local competition and our other competitors in the area for labor. Not just the jobs, but what we charged. We didn't have the same bills that they did, and they didn't have the same bills that we did, but we were all charging about the same rate. And it was very transparent because the clock started as soon as you showed up, and it stopped when you were done. At least that's how it should be. Oftentimes, customers would say, well, you had to go and get a part, or you were a little bit late, or you took a phone call, or I don't think it should have taken that long. You know, I was watching you, and I think you could have worked a little bit faster. Do I have to pay for the time that you read the instructions? Well, you understand where I'm going with that, and I'm sure a lot of you have probably been there. Another thing that we ran into is oftentimes the customer would say, the technician that was out here didn't seem like he really knew what he was doing. I don't think it should have taken that long. Then the other part of the factor was customers more and more nowadays can look up parts on the internet. And when they can see exactly what you're charging for labor and how long you're there and what you're charging for parts and what they can go online and buy or pay for the parts themselves, it just put us in a position where the customer was able to question our cost on a more regular basis. So we started looking at flat rate. 3 things we do whenever we look at changes within our company is we look at, will this benefit our customer? Will it benefit our employees? And will it benefit the company? And we look at them in that order. And we found that this does benefit the customer in a lot of ways. Whether they get an experienced tech or whether they get a fairly new tech. Still a well-trained tech, but not as experienced. The cost doesn't vary for the repair, regardless of how long it takes. They're also able to see the total cost of the repair before any work is done, and they're able to agree to it. So there's no surprise at the end in how much is it going to cost. I remember being a younger tech and having a customer say, how much is this going to cost? And I would tell them, I don't know. Until I'm done, I'm not sure how long it'll take. And that always made for a really uncomfortable situation. And I always felt like I was being watched, and every minute that it took me to make a repair was being questioned and criticized. So I sometimes hurried and missed things because I felt rushed. So we were able to move to a flat rate program and solve all of those issues. The customers have one upfront cost. Nobody's watching the clock. The labor and the repair are all built in one. The customer questions a lot less when they have a new tech or an experienced tech, and they know what the cost is going to be before the work is done. The technicians also benefit from the fact that the customer isn't questioning exactly how long it's going to take, or exactly where the parts came from, or how much it cost, or what we charge an hour. They're given a standard repair cost, and they know what it is, and they're able to agree to that before the repair is done. And the tech doesn't feel rushed, doesn't have to worry about running to the shop for some parts or the parts store, or taking a phone call, or a couple extra minutes to read the instructions just to make sure that he's installing that part correctly. Then the company benefits from all of the above. At the end of the day, we're able to build our labor rate as we see it should be into the repair, and our markup as we see it should be into the repair, and we get a lot less questions from our customer. So I single-handedly believe that if we would have continued to do what we were doing, our service department would not have been profitable. Could have even taken the company in a negative direction if we had continued to go the way we were going. Most of the other companies in our area had actually switched to flat rate before us, and were already benefiting for the customer, the employee, and the company. And now that we've done it and been doing it for close to 20 years, I see the benefits from it every day, and can't believe that I struggled with the decision to move to flat rate and didn't do it sooner. We have much more control over our profit and our markup. We're able to cover all of our overhead and operating costs, and things are just much easier. Well, I hope this video helped you out, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos. Thank you, and have a great day.